you can stop all flights. You can lock down entire countries. You can actually do that.
Welcome to Prophecy Views. I wanted to go over a video that I kind of discovered today. I was watching another program and I discovered a video that's a little chilling, and I wanted to bring it to you because I want to compare it to what Revelation 13 says. And we know they're going to use several tactics in this end-time government that's just ahead of us now. They're going to use a lot of tactics to control us, and we know that they're going to control us. Because if we go to Revelation 13 and verse 16, 17, and 18, it's the last three verses of Revelation 13. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that," here's the part that's important, "and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." Here is wisdom. "Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So the part that I really wanted to emphasize was that Revelation 13 verse 17, "and no man might buy or sell." So they're going to have the ability to control us. And you can already, if you're paying attention to a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, you can already see how they're trying to do that over in this country. And remember, the United States lags behind Europe a little bit. And Scripture tells us that Europe is where the Antichrist will really have his boot on the neck of the people in the European Union and in that part of the world. Other parts of the world as well. But we'll get into that at another time, because we know that there are parts of the world that Scripture tells us will not be under the control of the Antichrist. But there's about three things that I want you to note. This video clip's about a minute long. And I want you to catch three things on this. He's talking about COVID in the very beginning. And I think the very first word or two got cut off in this video clip. But he's talking about COVID. And the first thing he says is, it's not an extremely deadly virus. Well, remember what they told us when COVID was happening? They used COVID to not only get Trump out of office in this country, but they used it to control the entirety of the rest of the world and to start the process of their Great Reset. They told us this virus was going to kill a majority of the population, and they lied to us. And if you kind of kept up with the type of news that I put out, the open source type news, we were telling you to not believe what they're telling you. But of course, they have control over a lot of things, so they still controlled that everything got shut down. A few seconds into it, he says that you can change things on a massive scale. So they want to control us. He's talking about having now the ability, because of COVID, they now have the ability to shut down entire countries. And really, they could shut down the majority of the world if they wanted to. But he's making a point here of, if you don't do what we tell you to do, once we have this power, and I believe that may happen as early as next year, they will start controlling you and controlling your nation. So folks, they're going to control us. You can bet on it. The other thing that I would add to this is to keep an eye. He's talking about doing this through climate change, but you're also going to notice that what I mentioned, that they're going to have control of this stuff as early as a year from now. The World Health Organization is going to be voting next year. Their vote is before our presidential election next year. It's in like spring or summer of November is when they're going to be voting at the World Health Organization about them having the ability to control every nation. But let's take a listen to this clip. This clip is chilling, and we're getting ready to just transition over to this clip. Take a listen.
Extremely deadly virus. It's not the Black Death, and look what it's doing to the world. So now just try to think what will be the implications of a much bigger problem like climate change. Also, conceptually, it shows that, and here I completely agree with you, Rutger, that it shows you that you can change things on a massive scale. That, and again, you can stop all flights. You can lock down entire countries. You can actually do that, and life goes on in some way. And this, I would say, may make us more open to radical ideas about how to deal also with climate change.
So you see what we're talking about here. They are looking to control the entirety of the world. So now you see how it's possible that the Antichrist will have a system that he just simply steps into power and has the ability to control everything. Folks, we've got to keep an eye on this stuff, and we're going to keep bringing you these reports as they happen, as I catch things. But keep your eyes open on other networks as well. I like Truth and Art TV. The guy's a little dramatic, but you got to get past that. His message is spot on, and he does seem to really take to heart what the biblical relevancy is to the news that we're seeing. So he's not necessarily a religious channel, but he does keep that in scope. So that's another source. I would urge you to take a look at Truth and Art TV as well. Take a listen to Bernie. But we're getting our members side up and running here pretty soon. It's on Locals. You can follow us on Prophecy Views on Locals, and we're going to start having some behind-the-scenes content of kind of more of my thought process as things go along. And because sometimes I'll have a thought process on something that we don't take to video to the public because I want to be careful on what I put out there for general consumption, but that'll be as low as $5 a month. Take a look at our other videos, and you'll be able to keep up with the light that we're shedding on the news. So we look forward to seeing you in another video. Keep an eye on this man. Yuval Harari is his name. Keep an eye on this man. He's number 2 on the world stage, right behind Klaus Schwab. So this guy has a lot of power. And we also notice that in Revelation it talks about the little horn that uproots 3 and waxes great. But it says that these kings have no kingdom as of yet. So I'm not sure if these are necessarily political leaders, but somebody like him could be one that pops up. But I believe he will come out of Europe. So we'll talk to you soon. We'll cover this a little bit more. God bless.